This two-reel picture presents the apology, or at least the explanation, for the Allied penetration of Europe. It was released in Europe about the middle of July. On the morning of the 6th of June, the commentator begins, the combined forces of Britain, the United States, and the Soviets finally decided to launch their invasion of Europe. The newspaper headlines read, "Invasion launched at Moscow's orders."
Dia 6 de junho, poderosas unidades navais de duas potências mundiais puseram-se em movimento rumo à costa ocidental da Europa. As portas da fortaleza Europa são para ser arrombadas por uma concentração enorme numa estreita...
Information of this assault is relayed to the proper authorities. The doors of German-protected Europe are about to be stormed, states the commentator.
Imediatamente as autoridades competentes. Fortes contingentes de tropas de desembarque aéreo aterram no interior. O desembarque é precedido de pesados ataques aéreos.
The landing of enemy troops is preceded by a heavy aerial attack, is the commentary.
Baterias leves e pesadas da DCA combatem as formações de bombardeiros e de tropas de desembarque aéreo. Desembarcadas por via aérea.
Airborne troops are attacked during the night by German shock troops, the commentary explains. The possibility of airborne attack had been extensively publicized by the Germans and was obviously much feared. Their first radio report said that the paratroopers had been annihilated. Finally, one broadcast credited the Allied penetration to the paratroops. The commentator continues, patrol troops report that enemy naval units are nearing mine barrages.
Já entram em ação os canhões de grosso calibre da defesa costeira.
Heavy cannon deep in the defensive zone enter the battle, and light German naval units attack, the commentator goes on. The German propagandists apologized that the two most powerful navies in the world had combined against their tiny fleet. They maintained that these waters were singularly unsuited to U-boats, and therefore they had been confined to the use of only their few destroyers and E-boats, which they said did a magnificent job. The battle over the Bay of Biscayne is the comment. Here it's explained that these pictures were taken shortly before the artillery went into action. Enemy troops, he says, are transported by large battleships. This issue has been carefully constructed to show just enough Allied material superiority to excuse the Germans for not having pushed the Allies back into the sea.
Encouraçado de batalha inimigo. O duelo entre as baterias de costa e a artilharia de bordo das unidades navais inimigas está em pleno andamento.
Enemy troops penetrated the mouth of the River Orne, suffering heavy casualties, continues the commentator. This is probably near the village of Westerham. It was there that the Germans repulsed a landing and, although surrounded, held the British off for several days.
Aqui desenvolvem-se em muitos pontos violentos combates a curta distância.
Troops in these landing boats were annihilated or taken prisoner within a short time, says the commentator.
Bayeux trava-se a primeira batalha. Aqui está sendo encurralado.
Behind the protection of this forest, thousands of troops prepared for the assault of the enemy, continues the speaker.
De carga chocou contra uma árvore.
Commentary. These airborne troops were taken prisoner shortly after the beginning of the battle.
Formações, a invasão está terminada, em muitos casos, após o decurso de poucas horas.
On this landing field, it's explained, many planes were destroyed even before they entered combat.
Muitos planadores de carga que foram derrubados. Valiosa presa, um carro de transmissão completamente intacto. Prisioneiros naturais da Escócia, paraquedistas canadenses. Soldados do norte da Escócia, submetidos ao primeiro interrogatório antes de serem transportados para um campo de prisioneiros de guerra.